Hello everyone, today, we are going to talk about a topic called, the history of Russia. And today's my guests are -3, and Sophia. Let's start with the topic. Russia is the largest country in the world by land area, stretching across Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. Its history covers more than 1,000 years and includes the rise of medieval states, powerful tsars, the expansion of a vast empire, revolutions, the Soviet period, and the creation of the modern Russian Federation. Throughout history, Russia has played an important role in world politics, science, culture, and international events. The history of Russia begins with the early East Slavic peoples who lived in Eastern Europe. In the 9th century, a state known as Kievan Rus emerged. It was a medieval federation of East Slavic and related peoples, centered around the city of Kiev. The state was influenced by Scandinavian traders and warriors known as the Varangians, who traveled through the rivers of Eastern Europe. According to traditional accounts, the Varangian leader Rurik established a ruling dynasty in Novgorod around 862. Later, his successor Oleg moved the center of power to Kiev in 882, creating a stronger political state. One of the most important events in Kievan Rus history happened in 988, when Prince Vladimir the Great adopted Christianity from the Byzantine Empire. This helped spread Eastern Orthodox Christianity and greatly influenced the culture, writing, and traditions of the region. Over time, Kievan Rus became divided into smaller rival principalities. This division weakened the state and made it vulnerable to foreign invasions.
In the 13th century, Mongol armies invaded the lands of Rus. Beginning in the 1230s, many Russian principalities were conquered and came under the influence of the Golden Horde, a Mongol state. During this period, Moscow gradually became more powerful. Originally a smaller settlement, Moscow grew in importance and eventually became the center of a new Russian state. The rulers of Moscow expanded their territory and gained influence. In 1480, the Grand Duchy of Moscow ended Mongol domination after the Great Stand on the Ugra River, allowing Moscow to become increasingly independent.
In 1547, Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, became the first ruler to officially use the title Tsar of Russia. His reign expanded Russian territory but was also marked by conflicts, political violence, and strict rule. After a period of political instability known as the Time of Troubles, the Romanov dynasty came to power in 1613. The Romanovs ruled Russia for more than 300 years, until the Revolution of 1917. In 1721, under Peter the Great, Russia became officially known as the Russian Empire. Peter introduced major reforms in government, the military, education, and technology. He also founded the city of St. Petersburg, which became Russia's new capital and a window toward Europe. During the 18th and 19th centuries, Russia expanded greatly across Europe and Asia. Under rulers such as Catherine the Great, the empire became one of the world's major powers. However, Russia also faced serious challenges, including poverty among many people, inequality, and demands for political reform. In 1917, Russia experienced two major revolutions. The first ended the rule of Emperor Nicholas II, who abdicated the throne and ended centuries of Romanov rule. Later that year, the Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, took power. They created a socialist government and eventually established the Soviet Union in 1922.
The Soviet Union, officially called the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR, existed from 1922 until 1991. Russia was the largest and most influential republic within the Union. Under Joseph Stalin, the Soviet Union underwent rapid industrialization but also experienced political repression and major hardships. During World War II, the Soviet Union fought against Nazi Germany. The war on the Eastern Front was one of the largest and deadliest conflicts in history. After World War II, the Soviet Union became one of the world's two main superpowers, competing with the United States during the Cold War. The Soviet Union achieved important scientific accomplishments, including launching Sputnik 1 in 1957, the first artificial satellite in space, and sending Yuri Gagarin into space in 1961 as the first human to orbit Earth.
During the 1980s, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev introduced reforms known as perestroika and glasnost, which aimed to improve the Soviet system. In 1991, the Soviet Union dissolved and Russia became an independent country officially known as the Russian Federation. Modern Russia has continued to be an important country in global affairs. It has a large population, significant natural resources, a strong cultural heritage, and a major role in international politics. Throughout history, Russia has made important contributions to literature, music, science, and the arts. Famous Russian writers include Leo Tolstoy and Fyodor Dostoevsky. Russian composers such as Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky created internationally recognized music. Russia is also known for achievements in mathematics, physics, space exploration, and engineering.
The history of Russia is a long and complex story of transformation. From the medieval world of Kievan Rus, through the rise of Moscow, the Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, and the modern Russian Federation, Russia has experienced periods of expansion, conflict, innovation, and change. Understanding Russian history helps us understand one of the world's most influential countries and the events that shaped the modern world.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice day to you all.